Hi everyone, it's me, Brittany here at 34 weeks. Okay, so my past week symptoms are pretty much the same. Still having the Braxton Hicks. They are sporadic. I'm having them every day though, so that would be the only thing I say that's regular about them. I'm tired, I have a backache, and I'm having more pressure vaginally with being up and walking and stuff like that. And Saturday, I had nausea like all day, and then I ended up throwing up at the end of the day. So I hope I'm not regressing back to the first trimester. And then I lost part of my mucus plug. So it literally looked like snot. It was yellow. So it was just a little part of it. And I don't know how big the mucus plug is. So I was reading online that some women lose it in parts and some women lose the entire thing. And I mentioned it to my doctor today, and she was confirming that's what it was. So as far as my doctor's visit today, I'm 147 in my weight or whatever. So I'm up 4 pounds from 2 weeks ago, 27 pounds overall weight gain during the pregnancy. Fundal height is 32 centimeters. So I was just curious because I've been measuring behind since I've been at this new practice, but I've heard doctors can measure differently. And I also know the baby's position can factor into that. So it's just I would kind of feel pressure like at the bottom when the other doctor would measure it, and I don't feel anything when they do it here. So I'm not I'm not really concerned because I'm still measuring within the range. But um, okay, and she said baby's heartbeat sounded perfect. So I had a pretty brief visit, but I thought it was pretty thorough based on what I got to discuss. So we went over scenarios as far as when I should go straight to the hospital opposed to calling. So if I have 5 contractions within an hour, then I need to go to the hospital. And then if my water breaks, which you said at this point, if my water broke, I would be having a baby. So I think she mentioned something else, but those were only 2 I could remember. And the baby possibly feels like she's head up, but she better not be. She has to be head down. But I'm going to have an ultrasound next week, and that's more so to check the baby's growth and progress and everything. My doctor was saying, especially like with smaller framed women, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes with the baby's growth and everything. So just want to make sure that she's progressing nicely, which I think I should be fine. I'm consistently gaining weight and my fundal height is within range. So I'm just looking at it as an early preview because I wasn't getting another ultrasound until 37 weeks just to make sure she's head down. So I get to go next Monday and see her. So hopefully she's head down and positioned how she should be and growing like she should be. I also asked about birth control because when I took that breastfeeding class, I learned that certain birth control can mess with your milk production. So we did discuss that, and it's more so the birth control that contains estrogen that does that. But she did say usually when you are pretty established with breastfeeding that you're usually okay. It's just being careful when you're initially starting birth control. When you're starting birth control as you're starting breastfeeding, that's what you have to be kind of careful with. So we discussed different options such as obviously the pill, Depo, and I believe the acronym is IUD. I might be totally messing with the letters there. But that one, they just suggest if you're trying to wait like 5 years or whatever. So she didn't think that was like the best option. And then with like the Nuvo ring or whatever, that still contains estrogen, and that makes me nervous having just something inside of me like that anyway. So as far as with the pill, they have something what they call the mini pill that doesn't have estrogen in it. So that's probably what I will be using. And I mentioned my birth plan to her. I have completed my birth plan. It's 2 pages. It's not that long, but it's just how I have it categorized. So my doula was going to consolidate it into 1 page for me, but my doctor said she was completely fine with looking through 2 pages. She said they have people come in with way more than that, so they're fine with that. So at my 36-week appointment, then I'm going to take that in for her to review. So I'll do a separate video with my birth plan. As far as with me in this past week, this past Thursday, I went and saw Dr. Harvey Karp. So that's the guy I was mentioning last week who's over Happiest Baby on the block. And he's even more amazing in person. Oh my goodness. I really enjoyed the session. He's really thorough. He's really funny. Actually got to see him use his techniques on a baby there who was kind of fussy, and it's just amazing. Like, if you don't see him do it and you just hear about it, you're like, yeah, right. But just to see him in action, this man is just amazing. I like that he showed YouTube videos of people who have implemented his techniques on soothing babies, because it's like, okay, he's not the only one who can do that. So I really enjoyed it. I definitely suggest. I haven't watched the DVD yet, so but I do suggest like looking into it. I try to do like daily exercise, and I'm trying to do more stuff now, especially since it's a possibility that she's not head down. So doing what I need to do to, guide her in that process. So I am still doing the prenatal yoga once a week. I did find out about another place. It's a destination maternity here that just opened up. That's actually who had Dr. Harvey Karp there. So for the month of February, all their classes are free. So they have yoga and different childbirth education classes, infant CPR class, a lot of stuff that I have already taken. But they do have a postpartum class, so I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to take advantage of their yoga as well. And they have it twice a week, so I'm considering doing yoga like 3 times a week now, but at least twice a week. And as far as what I do at home, I have like the exercise ball, whatever. So I'm on that every day. I do my pelvic tilts. I do the Taylor sitting. And what else do I do? Oh, squats. So that's something that I make sure that I do every day. And I make sure I do Kegels as well. And then I have this DVD, which is a pre and postnatal workouts. And they're 10-minute workouts. It has 3 of each, 3 prenatal and 3 postnatal. So I was a little bit more aggressive, and then once these Braxton Hicks kind of started getting more regular, but now I'm picking it up again. So, and I picked this up. This was only like $8. I got it from Family Christian Bookstore. Yeah, so I think if you're trying to do something to stay active, that is worth it. And you're supposed to be able to use this at any stage in pregnancy. And yeah, it says it's supposed to kind of help you be in shape for delivery and everything, and then also to kind of be in shape for after you have the baby. I haven't looked at any of how the postnatal workouts are, but I think the prenatal ones are nice, and then I can see how with some of them how it kind of corresponds with the pelvic tilts and the Taylor sitting, just different things that are helpful for delivery and helpful with getting your baby into head down position. Okay, so the nursery's almost done. I got the crib and the flip over dresser this Saturday. They delivered it and assembled it. I'm just waiting on the chair. So the owner of the store, he did tell me that I should have it sometime this week, and then they're just gonna drop it off for me. And I have washed all the clothes up until 6 months, and it's still some little things that I feel that I need, but I have loads of onesies and lots of sleepers and stuff like that. So I will be doing a nursery tour video. So hopefully I'll be doing that sometime this week if I get the chair. But I don't have any of the stuff hanging on the wall yet. But other than that, you guys know that it's painted and the baby bedding is in the crib and stuff like that. So it's like 90% done. I met with my doula this past weekend, and so we went over comfort techniques as far as with massage, relaxation. She has really relaxing music, so I plan to use some of that during labor, and breathing techniques. And she just brought her bag of tricks, so showing me like different things that she uses and implements. So that went well. And that's pretty much it as far as with me and everything. I did have some questions for you guys who are already moms, or just even my other expectant moms, like if they can answer this for me. I was given, excuse me, I was given a wipe warmer, and I was reading on the box that it does retain the moisture and everything like that. I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around that because I just feel like something that's heating the wipes, that it would kind of be taken away from the moisture. So if any of y'all could let me know your experience with that. It's not a huge deal whether I use it or not, but I didn't want to waste any wipes. So if any of y'all can give me feedback on that. Also, I do want to get a breast pump, and I'm pretty sure I'm leaning towards the Medela. So if any of y'all have already purchased your breast pump, or those who already pump, if you could tell me like which brand worked best for you, or if any of y'all have the Medela, how you like it and everything. And I'm also looking into with my insurance, because some insurance companies will reimburse you on the breast pump and everything. So I'm definitely looking into that, because Medela does cost a little bit more than like the even flow and stuff. So it would be nice to get reimbursed for that. Front, side. And I wanted to ask you guys, well, for one, people look at my belly and they assume I'm having a boy from my shape. And then I'm also having people telling me that my belly has already dropped. I don't know if I see like any difference, but you guys can let me know what you think. So, looks like I'm measuring at 38. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you back at 35 weeks.